President Obama says his New Year's resolution is to get along with the new GOP-led Congress. I'm Francesca Page, and this story tops your Newsmax Now update. According to an article in the Wall Street Journal, the president hopes to abstain from issuing executive orders in 2015. The White House says Mr. Obama is poised to work with Republicans and only intends to remain steadfast on issues like immigration, climate change, and his signature piece of legislation, Obamacare. President Obama will deliver the annual State of the Union address later this month. And now the White House announces that President Obama has authorized additional sanctions against Pyongyang. The move is in response to a cyber attack against Sony Pictures over its comedy The Interview. The sanctions target 3 companies as well as 10 North Korean officials. And General Motors is kicking off the new year by issuing a new round of recalls. Officials say the ignition system crisis continues at GM, and issues with rear axles could lead to fractures while cars are being driven. Lauren Fix, a New York-based automotive expert, joined us on Newsmax TV and doesn't understand why GM didn't take care of this sooner.
GM is recalling 92,000 plus full-size trucks and SUVs because the ignition switch locks that were replaced because they were bad and faulty and they had caused deaths are also bad. Could not believe it.
GM's stock price fell 14.6% during 2014 when they recalled more than 2.5 million cars for similar defects. A federal judge in Florida rules that same-sex couples can start applying for marriage licenses next week. The decision overturns the Sunshine State's ban on gay marriage. State Attorney Pam Bondi welcomes the ruling. Now in Florida is the 36th state where gay and lesbian couples are now free to marry. And former Florida Governor Jeb Bush steps down and withdraws his membership from private sector and nonprofit boards. Some say this is a clear sign that Bush is clearing the path for a presidential run in 2016. The 61-year-old Republican will establish a political action committee later this month to determine whether enough support exists for a White House bid. And Florida State University's quarterback Jameis Winston gets taunted after a loss to Oregon. Oregon players used FSU's Tomahawk chop and poked fun at rape allegations against Winston. This after they beat the Seminoles in last night's Rose Bowl. Oregon's coach has since apologized. And the stage is set for college football's national championship game. Ohio State upset Alabama in the Sugar Bowl last night, and now they'll face off against Oregon. The Buckeyes and Ducks will take to the gridiron on January 12th. That was your latest Newsmax Now update. Coming back in 30 minutes.